Hello, hello. I'm Mahet, and I'm sleepy. I think it's gonna be kind of a chill day, just a cozy Sunday vibe. I think my sound has been turned down. We're on the PTR. Oh no, my computer sound turned down? No. Okay. There's just not any music playing right now, I guess. That's okay. It's that time of day again already. Yeah. Yeah. All right. How are you doing? You sound good. Excellent. I have been messing with the microphone a bit, so that's handy. Good morning, Icky. Hey, Fayanella. So I'm starting on PTR. I don't think we're gonna do a ton on the PTR today, but I saw something that sparked my interest for roofs. And I kind of like the bookshelves. They're not perfect. I mean, a lot of this is not perfect, but I mostly like this. Just got back from walking the dogs. Hot and humid. Ooh, it's almost chilly here. But it has been hot and humid. Alrighty, so I was wondering if the wide wooden staircases would make decent roofs instead of the bookcases, because the bookcases are a little weird. Love how that looks. Thank you. I'm mostly happy with it. It's not quite right, but it's not bad. And so I would have preferred to use like the weathered tables as the roof, but they don't scale big enough. And so I would have run out of budget. But these guys are the same amount of budget. They're also three, and they're wide enough that I think we would save largely. Yeah, and dyeable. So let's just try it for a few minutes here. We'll take some of the bookcases away. And I would dye them. I would still dye them pine wood is my go-to. Yeah. I think well, let's add more. I was going to start making a judgment, but I think it's not quite time for that. They would certainly clip together more nicely than the stairs do, so okay. The slope is pretty good. We'll have to adjust our sort of front piece here, but that's fine. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I guess the point of the roof might get weird. All right, well, we have to do the work to find out, don't we? Okay. Yeah. I when we were talking on Friday about, I don't know, I guess just like housing in general, I was feeling very um I'm gonna go with like complacent. Like I haven't felt any particular need or inspiration to like make a certain thing or whatever. Um, but I think once this patch comes out, this next patch, okay, yeah, I'm worried about like the connection at the top. How can we make this better? Bring this down and line those up. It's like probably fine. It kind of like barely fits though, huh? It's gonna be a lot of like other adjustments needed. Because it's like a little more shallow, I guess. I think the kobold sit things will make excellent roof tiles, but you need a lot of them. Yeah. They would like there's a few items like that that would be super cool. They're just like this the sheer number is crazy. Okay. So obviously stuff is clipping. Yeah, not bad. This needs to come down and in, I guess. This needs to come down and over. I guess we can't check the kobold things. I can look at them. Yeah. These would be nice, but you would need like 1,000,000 of them. Depending on how big they get. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. We're here to experiment. Oh, I should have checked how much... Oh, you know what? I was gonna say I should have checked how much decor limit I had before we started, but the number's not even accurate, so... Doesn't matter. PTR things. Doo-doo-doo. I just wish they made the shingles dyeable. Yeah. Or... I mean, these stairs seem like they're gonna be okay as a, like, makeshift roof building block, but they could also just give us a roof building block, you know, like, something that would be very easy to use in that way. Wouldn't say no to that. Because most of the items we have are just, like, too small. Maybe I need to bring all of this up, actually. We'll place it all first. I'll worry about the fussy parts after. Yeah. You know what, like, if... No, I can't do it. I have to raise it now. The doghouse roof won't get big enough. I know, that one would be so perfect. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if the 2 items that are like currently just giant pink cubes, if those wind up being new racial styles and there's like actually 2 for Horde and 2 for Alliance, that'd probably go a long, 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 long way towards solving this problem. Right, like, I think even if it's troll, which it probably will be given, like, the theme of the patch, and Tauren, whatever. I mean, I don't think they'll do Tauren, but, like, just the additional options would be so very welcome. Hopefully they wouldn't both be round for Horde side, and then maybe at least, actually, now that I'm saying that, honestly, if they just gave us a Horde house that wasn't round so that you could hide it more efficiently, that would go a long way, right? Like, we could make much smaller, like, more efficient disguises for these houses if they gave us something that was, like, not round. It doesn't have... I don't even care if it's rectangular, just, like, something that takes up less space. Alright, we're gonna see some of the roof, the orc roof clipped in, unfortunately. Yeah, the doghouse would have been perfect. They gave us so many options for it, too. I haven't played around too much with the dog roof. Oh, hello, Tease Louise. Welcome, welcome. We're just on PTR, kind of experimenting with new roof potential. What new materials can we use for roofs? I think it's going okay. I feel like the dog bed roof, like, you probably can do a lot more with it than it seems, but it's also so expensive that that's kind of a barrier. Yeah. Roof reminds me of our old barn roof that the line's gutters ran up and down instead of horizontally. Oh yeah, like the original one I had with the bookcase. I like the bookcases just fine. They're like a little wonky. This one, This almost looks like 2 Minecraft, you know? It's like kind of pixel art. I think it could work for some structures. I don't know if I like it that much for this. Looks very industrial, yeah. Yeah, and like the sort of stone facade that we were like hoping for or aiming for with this whole crypt scenario doesn't super lend itself to this. What if we just made it like hella black? Ooh. I don't like that either. Interesting. You could break the steps to make it less Minecraft. Yeah. Can those be dyed metallic colors? It would be good for corrugated metal. You can do the metallic colors, but I don't know how much it's going to show as metallic. Like that's gold. Where are the other ones? Bronze. The bronze looks pretty good, actually. Dark gold. Yeah, so like you can, but there's no like sheen that gets applied. Yeah. Add plants and ivy. Yeah. Yeah. The problem with that, with adding plants and ivy at least, is although it doesn't show, right now it says I'm at 36 of 350, which is wildly inaccurate. On live, I'm basically at 350. Although this does save me some. We're kind of getting like, we're probably getting rid of like maybe 2 rows of bookcases. Yeah. What sort of plants do I have handy? Just for argument's sake here. I don't think I have very much, yeah. We'd have to go buy some ivy. But that would help, certainly. Can always use more plants. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's something. I don't hate it. It's not quite right, but I think more options are coming. Cool, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Storm steel, yeah. Okay. They, you can also now, hang on, do I have the right items? No. You can dye cobblestones now. Not these ones, but the Alliance ones. We can go grab some of those and see what they look like. Sorry, the test chat got me distracted there for a second. I was like deep in just reading what they were saying. My apologies. Okay. So yeah, these Elwyn cobbles. Isn't there a longer path? Or is it not sold by her? I thought all of the path things were sold by the Worgen. No. Doo-doo-doo.
I offer High Mountain's finest.
Oh, apparently the little gravestones are also dyeable, or they will be, which is great because right now only the large ones are on live. So we'll grab 1 or 2 of those just for experimentation also, because that would help with a lot of decorative stuff. All right, am I crazy? Is it the Horde vendor that has the cobblestone path? The granite cobblestones, like the path. These guys. Just as world vendors. That's not helpful. I thought it was from Yen, but she doesn't appear to have them. She has clusters, which are nice. All right, we'll go check out the Horde, her Horde equivalent, real fast, and then we'll just see what stuff. Are the large ones still 5 points on live? The gravestones? Probably. They're 5 points on PTR, yeah, so I assume 5 points on live. Yeah. Which is pretty hefty for how useful they are. Does this guy have them? Oh, okay, yeah. The granite ones, yep. Okay. I meant PTR. Oh, yeah. Yes, they are still 5, though. Alright, let's go dye some things. Good morning, Nomad. How's it going? Alright, we'll get... Well, actually, let's use this for science. What do they look like beside each other? This one is dyed basic birch. And... Oof. So it's brighter than the slate. But that could be useful. If you want like a higher saturation version. Ooh, what did I just click? One of these looked really good in the sand for a second. Yeah, Kodohide looks good in the sand. That's kind of interesting. The texture between Dusty Red and Kodohide, it almost like drops off for Dusty Red. I assume that's not intentional. Curious. Alright, let's put it at basic birch just for the comparison. Too bright for my taste, but like good that they've added it. There's also some weird texture stuff going on just generally as you move around, but that's okay. Yeah. Just opened my eyes, at least trying. The dogs don't want to wake up. Ugh, lucky you. The cats have been so bad this week. They start at like, I don't know, just before 6, they want breakfast, and then they don't really stop meowing until 7 or 7:30. Like, they don't stop meowing until I get out of bed, is how that actually works. I don't know why. Oh, that's not... Okay, the little one is now dyeable, but I guess they haven't done this middle one yet. But I think, yeah, this will be super useful for all kinds of things. Yeah, okay. Cat's bad, that never happens. I don't know what's going on with them. They're just like so whiny so early. Yeah, I'm tired. If that wasn't evident, I think that was like the first thing I said when I started. I'm sleepy. Alright, I haven't heard anything else really from like PTR updates. I just wanted to play with the roof thing and see how I felt about it. And take a look at some of the other new dyeable things, but I'm pretty sure we've covered everything else. So I'll probably just go back over to live. My cat came in at 4:30 and laid on my chest. Yeah, I'm familiar. That's like kind of what starts happening around like 5:30 or 6. Oh no, not classic. I don't even have that installed. Cricket will get up on my chest and start like petting my face because she wants me to pet her face. And that's very nice, but I'm still trying to sleep. If we could do that like 2 hours later, I'd be all for it. But she cannot be convinced, sadly. When I first got her, I would like watch all the like Jackson Galaxy like cat videos, like how to train cats or blah blah blah. And his advice for cats that wake you up super early is to ignore them. And they'll just like learn eventually. And that has never worked for Cricket. Like, she just does not care. She's very loud. And she's just gonna go and go and go until she gets what she wants. I once had a cat like that. I kept a stack of paperback books on the nightstand. He'd come in to wake me up. I'd toss a book to his direction to chase him out of the room. Oh, I couldn't do it. I can't be mean to her. Well, like, I yell at her sometimes, and she, like, sort of understands, but as I was making this is my second coffee, she was, like, screaming her little head off because she wanted, like, a third breakfast snack. Cats learn. That never happens. I mean, like, they do. But it's like they learn what they can and can't get away with. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what she's doing now, but she's being less of a pain, so that's handy. Had a great day with her yesterday, though. I just like sat in bed and read for like hours and hours, and she was curled up with me. It was very nice. I would just like to sleep more. Okay. So on Friday, we did the hang on, my brain's buffering. The troll time walking. And it kind of landed us out here in Zuldrak. And Gundrak is like one of my favorite all-time dungeons. And I've never noticed the snake loa that is in this. So I wanted to just go look at it, even though we know it's almost certainly not Ulatek. The assumption was always, before the 12.1 story was sort of explained, that this was Ulatek. I suppose it could be somehow, but I'm not really sure how it would be Ulatek still. Because if I recall correctly, the Gundrak, the snake that lives in here, the lore somewhere, and I don't know where, says that she like spans all of Azeroth or something, like she's like giant. So I think that's something else and not Ulatek, but it's kind of annoying to not know what she is. Alright, click this. We tried closing our bedroom door, so she pooped in the bathtub. Yeah, there'd be no, like, she's so loud, Cliff, that if we try to close a door, like, it won't make a difference. Yeah, okay. So Malvenu, were you saying that the snake is in this room? When I was reading it online, I thought it was the next room with water, but next room. Okay, yeah. This is cool, actually. I've never looked in this direction. Because you're always just like, well, let's get on with it. Let's get to the next boss. That's cool over there. I like it. Oh, she's not in the water. Weird. I wonder what I was reading. It's hard to know, like, if people aren't including screenshots to understand. Go through the next doorway and look left. Okay. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was left, generally speaking, because, again, like, you're mostly looking right when you're actually doing the dungeon. Oh. There she is. Interesting. I should know this. Dungeons. BFA. Is Sethralis a Loa? Or Sethralis? I'm just trying to think of like what snakes we have. Like we have Hakar, which is flying. This is obviously not Hakar. And I guess it's not Ulatek, because now we know that Ulatek's not a Loa. She's a, like, Elm beast. But do we know anything about Sethralis? Sethralis? I realize the NPCs say Sethralis. The last time we were in there. What snake? Yeah. Is this the only place that we see her? It's kind of unsatisfying. I thought it was going to be spookier. Oh well. Do I need any transmog from this place? Oh, a little bit. So maybe we'll get some bracers and a fist weapon if we just run the whole thing. Always nice to 100% an instance if you can. Sethralus is a powerful snake loa, a type of troll. Yeah, okay. You copy pasted this in. Primarily worshipped by the Sethrak. Okay. So this whole place, which is also snake themed, could be Sethralus? Am I missing something? Mamtoth, Harkoa. Like none of the... Oh. What? Serratus? We're gonna go over here afterwards. I assume that's a snake loa. Okay. The Wrath lore was so long ago that, like, I do not remember most of it. Ow. I never copy paste things. I don't think you would ever have to explain what a loa is, though. Yeah. This achievement was so stressful, like, back in the day. You had to... Ooh, we got the fist weapon.
Where'd you find this?
That's a fun one. Very, very Demon Hunter. It's for your audience. Of course, of course. Yeah. Cool. Alright, well, we now have all but one of the items that drop from this place, so that's cool. I know we, like... Oh, wait, I didn't click the thing. Crap. Don't mind me. At least we can walk on water. That's handy. Oops. Yeah, so for some reason I thought she was in this room when I was reading about it, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know we just did the Loa lore walking, but I already forgot who all those temples were for. And this one is like mostly for the rhino, but there are a lot of snake things going on, so. I got an extraordinarily creepy fist weapon from time walking the other day, but I don't remember what it was. It's very old gaudy with eyes and tentacles. Oh, interesting. We should look. Shaman. I think the ones you get from, not fist weapons specifically, but the weapons you get from Midnight Fishing are really weird. Some of them are like very old models. These ones creep me out. I think those are from Eternal Palace. Is it these? They're pretty weird. Huh. Alright. Oh no, you said tentacles. Someone didn't really have tentacles. The lore walking was good once we got it working. Alright. Also, just shout out to any dungeon that lets you exit after the last boss. You know? They all need this. I will check it out when I get to my PC. Oh yeah, no worries. Alright, so... Yeah, all of these are temples for various Loa. But I don't think we did the quest here. We started at Harkoa and just did Runok and the Rhino business. So maybe Serratus. Interesting. There are multiple snake Loa? I like this zone. Draktherin Keep. Oh, there we go. Prophet of Serratus. Okay. Well, this appears to be a different snake Loa than Sethralus. I know we could just like Google these things, but it's nice to look. What in Draktherin Keep, Raylan? He's dead. Hmm. Wrath. Oh, there's another kind of snaky boy at the end. Tharanja. Curious. Oh, my camera's bugging out again. I changed the USB port that it goes into to like my most powerful one. I thought we were gonna be done with that. Oh well. They added some exits to dungeons that didn't have exits, which was nice. QOL, 100%. The NPCs that port you back to the beginning, like that's acceptable, but I do just like when they're kind of circular. Okay. I didn't really have a plan for today on account of the not sleeping very well. I looked up the prices of mirrorless camera that you mentioned, and my gosh, they're so expensive. Yeah. There are some you can get for like acceptable prices, like hundreds of dollars instead of thousands of dollars, but it skyrockets pretty fast. Yeah. Basically, I found one that people like that's like an acceptable price, and the rest are insane. Like we're not there yet. Let us hop on a different character and we'll just do a lap for mounts while I kind of think about what I want to do next. Yeah, like the camera flickering drives me crazy, but if I'm being honest, this whole like the content creation, the streaming is still kind of an experiment. Like it hasn't even been a year. And so I'm trying to be like very conservative with how much I put into it, or like just like carefully assess how much I'm putting into it. And like reflect on it regularly to sort of like check in with myself, because there's a lot that I like about it, but it is also a lot of effort for sort of like a difficult to measure return, I guess. Obviously, like there is some monetary return from like the YouTube videos and such and Twitch subs, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. And truthfully, I think the path forward, if I keep doing this, outside of getting a better camera, which is on the like to-do list. Oh yeah, you're thinking of the Temple of Sethralis, probably, Raylan. Is to like broaden sort of like what my content on YouTube specifically is about. Like stream, we do whatever. We just play the game, we faff around, we do quests, what have you. But I think probably need to expand beyond housing, because I really like the housing system, but when I look at myself compared to some of the other people who are producing a lot of housing content, I'm like, I don't think that's the only, like it's not the only thing about the game that I like, and I don't want to neglect the other things in order to keep up with housing, you know, or to like just build for content's sake, stuff like that. I don't know if any of that made sense. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot, and I haven't really come to any solid conclusions on. Yeah. The camera was flickering a lot, and the instant you logged out, it stopped. Yeah, it might have been you. Somebody said that the other day too. Well, I looked it up, and like specifically this camera, why does it do that? And people were like, oh, it just draws a lot of power, so you have to make sure it's in like a USB 3 port, and there's like a setting in your computer's configurations that you can say like, don't turn this device off if it's drawing a lot of power. Like I guess default the computer will say like, oh, something's like wrong with this device, it's pulling too many resources, I'm going to turn it off. and I've turned that setting off, and I've put it in my fastest USB port, which I thought doing those two things would be plenty, but it seems to still be an issue. I don't know. Got company, need to dip, take care and have fun. Yeah, enjoy your Sunday teas. So, I don't know.
Manifestations escape from the rift. Send them back.
The journey continues. But let's see if we get a mount. Thank you, you too. Yeah. I think it's gonna stay a lazy Sunday here. I did some socializing yesterday. That feels like plenty. But, anywho.
I am in need of more venom and also more healing.
There are no rares up. Can't get a mount if there's no rares up.
Light bloom spores are spilling out of the blinding bloom. Get rid of them before they spread.
Usually at least one of these first 4 that we've flown past is up. So this is particularly unlucky. Alright, there's one. This guy's basically always here, though. Alright. This will be attempt 282 for a Herondar mount. Okay. No luck. Not even a sparkling, mysterious shard thing. I've been falling into a downturn on WoW, so I was thinking of playing the PTR campaign. Oh, interesting. Like, oh, the actual, like, on the Isle story. I started it, but I didn't go very far. I basically just unlocked the island, which if you're interested in doing, you have to do the 12.0.7 storyline on the PTR. At least you did a couple weeks ago, and that was kind of annoying to repeat, but it goes fast. Tarok has a 1-hour respawn timer. You've just been very lucky. Interesting. I figured because he's kind of like way off to the side, maybe fewer people go over there. Like only people farming the mounts presumably go check on him. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't actually do any of the PTR questing. I am curious, but I like to do it on live because if you do it on PTR, then there's like less music and the cinematics are broken, and then you have to do it on live again anyways. It's all very odd. And I know it's worth people doing the testing, but I want the immersion, and I don't really want to do it more than once if I don't have to. We'll check it out. The only reason I know is because it was never up for me. Oh, interesting. Your server's full, right? Mine's like high, but not full. Oh, somebody's... which... Oh. I won't make it back over there. Well, yeah, no, I won't make it back over there in time. Looks like one of the ones we flew over at the start of getting here has spawned since, but I get it. I used to play all the betas all the way through, and then I slacked off. Yeah. I think it was Shadowlands where I did that. Or at least I played through a lot of it on beta. And then when it came out, I was like, oh man, I just like don't want to do this. And like the story was kind of ruined. So I don't know. It was cool to go over to the Isle and like see what everything looks like. I keep wanting to call it the Isle of Fangs. That's not what it's called, hey? They called it something different. Nope. I wonder what we're gonna learn about, like, the Aln creatures like Ulatek and how they relate, pardon me, relate to the Loa? Did you get the egg from fishing yet? I did not, no. I've done a little bit more fishing, and maybe today's a good day to do more of it, because I'm very sleepy. I keep trying to come up with a better way of saying that, but, like, the truth is I'm just tired. Yeah, maybe after our lap of Zulaman, we'll fish for a little bit, see if we can get it. Have I tried Angler yet? The add-on? No. I don't feel like I need it. I'm fairly resistant to adding more add-ons. Just like generally, I don't super know why. I'm just like not one to randomly add something. Maybe one day. You don't need it, but it's nice. Yeah, and that's kind of like where it falls down for me. Like if I'm not clear what the value is, if like the base UI is completely fine, then like I don't really think I need to add anything. Every once in a while I try a new one and then I'm like, well, I can never go back to the way it was. Altaholic was like that. I was like, I have a lot of alts, but I can keep track of stuff. It's fine. Nope. Turns out Altaholic is extremely helpful. Especially for things like the mysterious shards, to know like, oh, you have like one on a random character that you forgot about. Nothing. We're up to, that was attempt 409. I hate add-ons, but that one can be my wife. Interesting. I just put them in my war bank. Yeah. I've been like pretty...
Our village was raided by the Twilight
I make a fair bit of use out of my war bank. I don't want to buy the next tab because it's like 500k or something. And the cooldown when you're like out in the world is pretty long, so that often is a deterrent. I would really like another tab in the war bank though. That's so expensive. Like, which ones, have you guys bought lots of them or all of them? Yeah, I think the next one that I need to unlock is the 500,000. It's silly, stupid expensive. Yeah, and there's an achievement for unlocking all of them, but it's like 2 million gold. I'm like, that's not what achievements should be. Yeah, I have 3. Yeah, I think I'm also at 3. I'm pretty sure it's the 4th one that starts to get crazy expensive. 3 as well, yeah. I wonder if they'll reduce the price at some point. If they'll just realize like, oh, nobody wants to spend 500k gold on this. Next one for me is 1 million. Oh my god. Yeah, then like the price goes up like steeply, which is another part of the problem. Ooh, you know, actually speaking of the war bank, one thing I might do, we're gonna be all over the place today, is run one of my rogues through Lower Blackrock for some junk boxes. No mount. They don't want to overburden their storage servers. I mean, I guess. It's just like a really prohibitive price. Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll have a goblin era, you know? We'll just make lots of gold. I tried in Dragonflight. I like downloaded all the add-ons that are supposed to help you with like making gold through crafting. And I just like wasn't good at it. I don't know. I felt like I was putting more effort in than getting a return. But maybe I tried like too late in the expansion or something. And it's the sort of thing you have to like start at the beginning and get on top of right away. Not sure. It would be nice to just be able to like go buy the rest of those frog mounts from BFA that are like 300k. No mount. That was attempt 412. Spending gold is more fun. Yeah, there's always something little I'm like, or I could buy that. Alright, attempt 413. I would like a mount now. Please and thank you. Still no. Ooh, new follower goal. Excellent, thank you. Welcome, welcome. There are things I could afford to buy, but won't because the price is so outrageous I'm insulted by it. Yeah. I felt that way about the white dire horn in BFA. Like, there was a point where I had enough to buy it, and I was like, it's just not cool enough. Like, the colorway is not that appealing. It's, what, 500,000 gold? Yeah. Me too, yeah. That's one of the worst ones, because the frogs at least are cool, even though there's like 3 of them, and they're all the same. One mount? No mount. Yeah. And I wasn't rich enough in BFA to get the original Brutosaur by a long shot. I probably, you know what, like, I came back to the game in BFA. I've always, like, played at least the leveling of a given expansion, but I came back sort of like in earnest towards the end of BFA. Probably a lot of people did, it was COVID. But if I had known about the Brutosaur, I probably could have done it, but it was like right at the end of the expansion where I was like, oh, is that what that thing is? I made my first fortune crafting legendaries in Legion. Oh, nice. I was super casual in Legion. I had no idea what any of that stuff was. I mean, like, obviously I had legendaries because it was part of the, like, requirements of the expansion, but I certainly wasn't crafting stuff. I still only have one of those rare drop mounts. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I mean, we've been hard stuck at 4 for a long time now. Yeah, having really bad luck. It's surprising how bad it is. Actually, I'm gonna AFK real quick for just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry. Alright, sorry, there was a few things that needed doing there. Okay. And we got like 2 or 3 more rares to check. I could craft 1 a week and they sold for over 300k. Damn, that would have been nice. I used to sell glyphs and gems, but when they ruined the glyph system, that's as far as that went. Yeah. The glyphs were cool. I'm hopeful that something like the glyph system will come back. There's a few times on like T&E's channel where they've said like, they've talked about like bringing back versions of that. I mean, I know we still have glyphs, but like in earnest, like bringing it back in earnest. And it's always met with like positive response, like, oh yeah, that would be really cool. I think it's just like hasn't been prioritized, which is the harder part, like, but be nice. Still nothing. I think things like, I don't know, like Razan or Bwansamdi flavor for Zandalari paladins in their abilities. Like things like that would be really cool. More wolf forms for shaman would be great, like that aren't wolves. While you were away, a rare mount flew by. Oh, really?
Save what lightwood you can find and hit them back hard.
Alright, well we only have this one and 1 more to check. And so yeah, this is attempt 418. Oof. Can't pretend this isn't getting to me. It definitely is. Oops. A mount? No mount. I like the little fox glyph for the shaman. The like Ardenweald one. That one's cool. I used the raptor on my shaman because she's Zandalari. But I feel like the Ardenweald fox and the Zereth Mortis wolf were kind of like, pardon me, like really weird additions. They're cool. But they don't like really fit with people's like racial themes.
I need to target something first.
Ugh, still nothing. Alright. Maybe some other time. Here I am watching a VOD of yours when you're live. Hello. We're just having a super chill Sunday, kind of chipping away at all kinds of random things. Which is like more authentically how I play the game than the days that were like, let's sit down and decorate stuff. Alright. I'm gonna hop on to, true to my word, literally what I just said, hop onto one of my rogues and run Lower Blackrock for some junk boxes. Just like once or twice. Yeah. Because I did the math, and if I do 2 runs a day for like a month, then I would have enough of the lock boxes to get to Exalted with Ravenholt. And I didn't play at all yesterday. But I won't do 4 right now. We'll do 2. That is, of course, for the insane title. So you need Exalted with Ravenholt, Darkmoon Faire, all of the vanilla Goblin cartels, and then like Honored with the Bloodsail Buccaneers all in a single character. And for some reason, I am Exalted with Darkmoon Faire on my mage, I'm Exalted with the cartels on my druid, and I'm Honored with the Bloodsail Buccaneers on my warrior. So I have to like consolidate them somehow. And if you've never done it, the only way to get to Exalted with Ravenhold is by handing in the junk boxes that you pickpocket off of a variety of mobs, but sort of most successfully in Lower Blackrock Spire. So I've been having this rogue camp outside, do a few runs pickpocketing everything, and then putting the lockboxes in her bank. And the next time there's a meaningful rep buff, so like maybe a Darkmoon Faire, almost definitely Anniversary, I'll hand them all in. Yeah, these guys. The blue heavy junk box. For the Insane in the Membrane achievement and the Insane title. So my mage is now revered with Ravenhold. That you can get to revered just by killing mobs in the Arathi Highlands, the BFA version of the Arathi Highlands. That went pretty fast, like 0 to revered, but this part's pretty tedious. Only pickpocketing? Yeah. I don't need anything else from here. And you get, I've been seeing an average of like between 15 and 25 boxes per run. I'd forgotten about this for Ravenhold Rep, did start the process a long time ago. Yeah, it's pretty grueling. Malvin, are you saying like if I killed everything I would get more? Is that why you're saying only pickpocket? Question mark? I don't know. I also opened any chests that I come across, like this one. But I haven't got on the runs where I have killed a few mobs. Like I'm gonna kill these ones so that I can open the chest safely. I've never seen a heavy junk box drop. That doesn't mean they don't. I'm asking if pickpocketing is the only way to get them. Oh yeah, yes it is. And you can't sell them on the auction house because you can't sell things that open, just like same as like the clams that you get off Naga and stuff. So according to Wowhead comments, which, you know, are kind of how you know everything. Oh, my camera's dead. One moment. Doing what I'm doing right now is one of two like most efficient ways of getting the lockboxes. You need about 1,100 of them. Well, between 1,100 and 1,200, depending on sort of what rep buffs you're able to employ. I think there's Murlocs up in Ashenvale that will also drop them. Not drop them. You can pickpocket from them. But the reset on that is longer. Like you have to kill them after you pickpocket them and then wait for them to respawn. Whereas here I can just like run the dungeon, pour it out, reset, run the dungeon, pour it out, reset. So it takes a while to like run through this, but it feels pretty streamlined. Yeah. Good morning, Andrew. How's it going? That achievement is wild. Yeah. You know what's weird though? Getting exalted with the goblin cartels didn't feel that bad when I did it on my druid. Again, I'm gonna have to do it again on my mage. But basically I looked at the characters that I had bits and pieces of the achievement done on, and I was like, I think Darkmoon Faire is the one that I would want to repeat the least. That one was hard, getting exalted with Darkmoon. So the other ones I think are like reasonable to do again. I'm not sure what it's going to be like to do the Bloodsail Buccaneers after the goblins. And from the comments, it seems like there's a small chance I'll get lucky. And because I have the Avasti Admiral achievement on my warrior, I don't know. The achievement for the Insane might pop without me doing it again on my mage. That seems unlikely, but the comments were, let's just say, with inconclusive. So this is like a long-term mission. Obviously, this can't be done in a single weekend or anything, but my plan is to come in here and get lockboxes, maybe let's say like at least twice a day, as much as I can remember. And then even if I forget a bunch of days, like yesterday I didn't play the game at all, I was doing other stuff, by the time the anniversary buff rolls around, which should be about 20% rep gain to everything, I should be like rolling in lockboxes. And then maybe during like Dark Moon fairs in the next couple months, I will do some like goblin questing and stuff on my mage to get her rep with the goblin cartels up, because I think she's at honored for most of them. Haven't really thought too much about that. And the recommendation, again, for anyone who is like unfamiliar, is to do Bloodsail Buccaneers last. So do everything else and then do that one last, because it interferes with your rep with the goblins. So like as you increase your rep with the Buccaneers, your goblin rep will go down. So I don't know. It's going to be a while, but I was kind of realizing I was just like in the mood for something kind of slow like this. I really enjoyed the Slayer's Rise rep grind, the PvP, the Midnight PvP faction. So I don't know, it just feels like it's time. Plus, I mean, small advantage for you guys is I know that sometimes all it takes to do these types of achievements is to like see that somebody else is working on them. So, you know, today might be the day. You can just go get some lockboxes. My banks are going to be super full by the time I have all of them, though. I'm starting off putting all the boxes in this character's like just regular bank when her bags get full, so which is usually like every 3 or 4 runs. And at some point, I'm gonna have to start putting them elsewhere, and I guess I could put them in any alt bank, because my war bank isn't full enough. That's kind of where all of this tangent started. We were talking about war banks. Yep. And then I'm always hoping to get like a fancy recipe or something out of those iron lock boxes, or reinforced iron chests rather. Nothing good yet though. Yeah. Yeah. But as much as I like housing, I really do just like the achievement hunting. It like does something for me. It's very cozy stuff. You know what I haven't been doing, like at all, is running extra LFRs and stuff for the Hearthstone toys. Well, there's a few toys. One of them is a very cool Hearthstone. Gotta remember to do that like at least a couple of times a week until I get it. And better to do it actually in the next couple weeks, because I suppose once 12.1 launches, people won't be doing Sporefall as much. Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have like a nastiest grind? Like what? Doesn't have to be a rep. Just like anything that you're like, oh my god, why did I do that? That took forever. I guess some mount grinds are like that. The mushroom hearthstone? Yeah. I want it. My least favorite rep, I said this the other day, was definitely Orgrimmar from Burning Crusade. Worst mount farm we're currently on. I've never been so unlucky. I got that yesterday. Ooh, grats. Oh, the aforementioned Arcanite Reaper recipe. Yeah, that's a bad one. The Blades of Hakari, is that what it is? Reborn? Professions. Yeah. Seething Flames of Hatred. I have run this dungeon so many times. I have both the mounts from it. Like, I have every other piece of transmog. I have every other recipe. I just need that one, and I, like, can't bring myself to go back in there right now. Pretty much ruined me for all grinds ever, yeah. Sometimes they're comfy, I don't know. Sometimes they're horrible, no question. But yeah, I'm just like in the mood for them right now. Nothing. I guess I should loot these guys. Doop doo doo. Where are we at? So we have 33 in our bags and 56 in the bank. Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent grind was brutal, but finally got it, and then they basically gave it away. Yeah. I was working on that one for a long time too, and then yeah, and then they changed it. But I wasn't that unlucky. I got it in like a pretty reasonable time frame, so it didn't hurt too much. All right. The Proto-Drake from Utgard Pinnacle was really bad. That one took a while. All right, let's get out of here. I should have done this a little earlier. I'll do one more. Rich purple shirt, yeah. Likely to die before that drops for me. I got it, but we ran a lot of Razor Fen for that. That one was pretty bad, yeah. That's why I keep opening the chests here. I'm like, if I could get a second one, that would be super nice. Make some gold. Yeah. Vial of the Sands. Oh yeah, that one's bad. I thought the Camel Hoarder one was going to be way harder, but that wound up being... Maybe I was just very lucky. Wasn't too bad. I thought it only dropped in Razor Fen or Uldum. I don't know. I think there's like recipes that can drop. I'm not sure how it works, to be honest, but on the off chance that there's like a rare recipe in one of these chests, I'm gonna unlock them. Yeah. Gave up on that one, yeah. Some of the profession achievements are so nasty. I think we were talking about like the Broken Isles, mining, herbalism, leatherworking achievements not too long ago. Those are real bad. I literally can't work on... I only have the mining one left, and I cannot do it on stream. It makes me too cranky. You guys don't need to be subjected to that. All right, let's do one more. And then I'll put these in my bank, I guess, and we'll maybe go fishing. I don't know. We're just gonna, you know, try a little bit of everything today. Actually got that recently, gathering herbs for dyes. Oh, nice. Yeah, the herbalism one took me a long time. The foxflower, I think, was the one that I was like, just wouldn't go. But the mining one has been evading me for quite a while too, and it's making me real mad. The thing that would appeal to me about this is looking around, I would spend more time doing that than actually pickpocketing. Fair. I've been on kind of autopilot with it, especially because I ran this place a ton trying to 100% the transmog, which we've basically done. Guess there's a few recipes, but that's about it. So I've here more than most places. I'm like, I think I've seen it all. Yeah. There's some really amazing doodads in here I would like for decor. Ooh, what stands out? I guess we can think about it. We have these tusks in like a higher res version now for fences. Or not fences, whatever we're calling these. You get what I mean. The wagons, banners, huts. Yeah, the wagons are cute. We have, I guess we have like very alliance wagons. These little tents would be nice actually in like an up-resed version now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. They could just give us like bones and skulls to put on the floor. Wouldn't say no to that.
I am out of range.
Ah. I would take some chains that aren't the Legion ones. Oh yeah, I keep wanting to revisit that meat wagon that we made ages ago. See if there's anything new that would be more appropriate for like the hooks. Because we use the Legion weapon racks and they're just like a weird color. The shape was fine. I really liked having that on my lawn though. I could put it back. We have the budget for it now, I'm pretty sure. I'd like ropes that actually have moving physics, like some of the curtains. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because we do have a lot of ropes now, and I think that we're getting more. So there's all the Amani ones. Well, all the orcish or control-y ones from like just the housing vendors that we just got. And then I think the kobold endeavors are giving us more ropes, but they're straighter. I can't quite remember. But yeah, if they like had a little bit of movement, that would go a long way. Do. I guess I am doing this pretty fast. We wind up with like about 15 or 20, maybe more than that if we're lucky, per run. Oh, this is cute. There's like a little barrel with some arrows in it. Wouldn't say no to that either. I messed up my sprints. I did have them sort of like sorted out, so I had, I don't know, better moments to use sprint than I currently just did, but whatever. Hello, Cricket. Alright. Nothing really. Would it be worth it to kill the bosses in here? I don't know. Like, for what? Is kind of becomes the question, right? Like, I don't need any of the things they drop. Maybe there's gold. Yeah, we don't need the Mog. Yeah, some gold. I mean, I'm pickpocketing a bunch of gold. Oh, I already did that one. Alright. Yeah, there'd definitely be more gold. I guess if I killed everything. I could sell cloth drops. Whatever else. There's some, like, reasonably valuable greens in here. I think it'd be, well, it would be slower, but it wouldn't be that much slower. Doo-doo-doo. It'd be kind of interesting, especially because I'm leaving this character camped here, to see how much gold I make by the end of just getting the lockboxes. Like, we're at 5K, and I don't think she really had anything when we started. When I started. Obviously, I didn't start this on stream. Because I usually keep my alts, especially ones like this that I haven't even leveled fully. I just, like, dump their gold in the bank. 5K seems high, though. For, I don't know, let's say it was like a dozen runs or something? I don't know. Alright. I suppose there's enough of a, like, a lag between this and the runs of rares we just did in Herondar and Zul'Aman. I could grab another alt after this and we could try for the mount a little bit more. You're my favorite gay streamer. Am I gay? Who says? I'll be a favorite though. Alright, almost done here. Good morning, coffee and pickpocketing, best way to start the day. It's peaceful. We're on a very peaceful, peaceful, I don't know, I need chill today. I'm tired. World Cup final, who are you supporting? Ooh, I haven't been watching any of it, to be honest. What we're choosing? It's Spain and Argentina, right? I know that much. Argentina won last time? I don't know. There was a World Cup like a while ago. I don't know if it was like 2014 or something, where Spain won, and they were so boring. I don't watch a lot of televised sports. But I think that was the year that Spain came out and their whole tactic was like aggressive possession of the ball. And so like the other team just couldn't do anything. And it was extremely effective, but it was not very fun to watch. That was the Euro Cup? Maybe. I don't remember. It was a long time ago anyhow. Canada's definitely not. It'll be a long time before Canada wins. We did okay this time though. I'm more excited for the next year's, yeah. In 2010 they won, like you said. Okay. Is that how long ago that was? Man. Yeah. They did a great job, it just like didn't make for good... Ooh, I got a blue. For good watching. Oh, it's Soulbound. Boo. Yeah. I might wind up watching it anyways, because obviously that's what most people will be doing today. Toronto's gonna go crazy regardless of who wins, so. My neighborhood is not necessarily themed around it, either of those teams, so it shouldn't be like all that different here, but I have zero interest in the World Cup. Yeah, there have been years where I've been like somewhat invested, but it's been a while. All right, okay, so I think we're done with this. Again, I should have listed my group a little earlier so that we could pour it out at a reasonable pace, but whatevs. I was 1 year old in 2010, so I don't know if they did a good job. Oh my god. Dragon Kid should have the best pockets. He doesn't have pockets. He should have pockets, though. He's wearing armor. Here, we can kill him. He drops a recipe, but I think you have to be a blacksmith. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, that's what you mean. Do you like manga? I've never read very much of it. I read... Oh man, I don't remember what it was called. The only one I ever really read was like a Card Captors spin-off. There was some sort of like alternate universe with the Card Captors characters. And it was fun. But whatever it was, and whenever that was, Canada didn't get like the issues very fast. So I think I just got tired of waiting for them. Yeah. I used to have a lot of comic books though. I went to school for art, so that sort of thing was like pretty big part of everybody's life back then. What about anime? Some of them, yeah, not a ton. Oh, I didn't want it at the War Bank. Oh, I can put, well, no, okay. I'm gonna go to Dalaran and put these in her bank, and then we'll be done. What about anime? I have watched, I like Dungeon Meshi. I'm excited for a second season of that whenever it comes out. I liked Farron. Was good recently. And The Apothecary Diaries. But I don't often watch anime. What piece of media do you like the most? Good taste. It varies. Like, it changes a lot. Right now I'm on a bit of a true crime kick. Been watching a lot of documentaries. Yeah, currently like halfway through part 2 of The Jinx on Netflix. It's okay. It's not the best one I've watched. But, yeah, I'll probably, like, watch a couple more true crime things and then find something else. Have you read Berserk? I have not. No. No. Reading-wise, I just finished the Expanse series. Man. Let's take my Demon Hunter around. The ending was weird. I, like, kind of saw it coming. But I don't know how I feel about it. The weirdest part of how the Expanse books end, or how, like, many parallels to Dune there are. I could have done without that. But I did like, so I don't know if any of you guys are aware, but there's a subreddit for sci-fi. Maybe it's, I don't know how active it is still. I actually haven't been there in ages. Called HFY, which is Humans Fuck Yeah. And it's like a subgenre of sci-fi where all the stories revolve around humans being like the stronger alien in really weird ways. Like we, I don't know, meet extraterrestrial life and they're like horrified that we come from a planet with like such high gravity or with so many bacteria or something. There's just like all kinds of weird things. They're like, why is your immune system so robust? Why can you like sustain high G's or like whatever? It's just a really interesting take on sci-fi because usually we're like losing or we're like approached by a more advanced alien species. Like that's how a lot of sci-fi is. So that's a really fun subreddit with some sci-fi stories, and The Expanse had like a touch of that towards the end. Not like it wasn't, not a lot, but just enough for me to be like, oh, this is kind of delightful. Yeah. Great series. I haven't read them, only watched the show. I do have them on my list, yeah. They get a little weird at the end, but like, I enjoyed them from start to finish. The only book I didn't like, I think, was the 4th one. That one was kind of a slog. Talking about web series, I watched Game of Thrones at 13, but used to skip the 18 plus series, so I got spoiled on the best stories. That's funny. Sounds interesting, yeah. The problem with the subreddit is that it is just like user generated content, so some people are good writers and some people aren't, but I like the concept. Earth is classified as a death world in that, I think. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. The books go 3 further than the show. They go 4 further than the show, because there's 9 books. But it's not like quite linear, Icky. Is like,
I am in need of more venom
the last
and
season of
also
the
more
show
healing water.
was pulling from,
Since you are in
I
the
think,
Alua
books
wetland,
4, 5,
would you
and
do me this
6 a
favor?
smidge. But it was like mostly book 4 or something. Like the order of the plot
Light bloom spores are
is a little
spilling
different.
out of the blinding bloom. Get rid of them before they spread.
Although I don't really remember where the show ends, so maybe I'm wrong. Skip to the 18 plus scenes, I see. No rares up. After all, we do sleep with small predators. Cats love extreme sports. Yeah. Yeah, I think the subreddit, the HFY subreddit, has a few sort of like favorites pinned. At least they did the last time I was there. So like the better writers have like ongoing stories that you can follow relatively easily, and it's exactly like that. You're like, a human will meet another alien, and they're like, "You keep what for a pet?" It's just like really, really delightful. Did you like the 3-body problem? I don't know if I finished it. I think I wanted to like it, and then I don't think I finished it. Something must have happened that I was just like, I don't think I am invested in this anymore. But I don't remember what. It's kind of like a game, right? The 3-body problem. They're like in a simulation trying to solve what's going on. I don't remember that clearly. It was okay. Yeah. Sometimes I think too hard about having a cat and give myself an existential crisis. Like, why is this tiny beast in my home? Yeah. Because they're like vicious little things when they want to be. My girl cat caught a bird the other day. And like, she didn't know what to do with herself. She was so excited, but like nervous. She wanted to bring it inside. I was like, well, you can't bring it inside. Like, we're going to bury that when you've sort of stopped having a... She was also having kind of an existential crisis. She's like, oh no, I caught it. What do I do? Prime has the Chinese version, which is slower and follows the books more. Oh, that would probably be better. Because, yeah, there's... The 3-body problem could probably, yeah, just have benefited from going a bit slower. I could see that. My nerdiness is getting mogged right now. I have a feeling I stopped watching the 3-body problem because of like the game element. I don't super like that as a plot device. Like this is different. I'm not saying they're the same, but I didn't like Squid Game. That didn't do anything for me, which was a shame because it seemed like everybody else was really enjoying it, but like that premise just like doesn't hit for me. Yeah. Oh no, I did it again. I always forget this character's Hearthstone is set here. We want to go to Zulaman. the game part was just how the aliens got some of the people involved. It wasn't the whole story. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember it clearly enough. Yeah. Have you watched Big Three of Korean movies? Do you mean like the Big Three? I don't know what the Big Three would be, if that's what you mean. There's a good chance I have. I've watched a bunch of famous Korean movies. Alright, this guy's not up. So I guess we'll do a lap. Maybe we'll get a mount. You know, it's gotta happen eventually. Oh, I missed a YouTube chat. Joe Rogan does a bit on cats going the old ways, and it's so funny. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that. Ooh, that rare was just killed, so I think this is gonna be a bad lap. Parasite, Memories of Murder, and Old Boy. I've seen Parasite and Old Boy. I was just thinking about Parasite yesterday, actually. I don't know why. Also, side note, hate the Josh Brolin Old Boy. That was a terrible movie. I don't like Josh Brolin, but I also really didn't like the American remake of Old Boy. Yeah, I haven't seen Memories of Murder, though. Cats are deaf, tiny beasts. They're such little weirdos. I love them.
What light wood you can find and hit them back hard.
I started watching some K-dramas on Netflix, but I haven't, like, gotten fully immersed. Yeah. Handmaiden? Is that another Korean one? Or you mean, like... No, I haven't. I have a pretty bad memory for some titles. And I don't watch a ton, to be honest. Especially movies. I have to like really be in the mood to sit there for 3 hours. I feel like I've been burned a few too many times recently with like kind of boring movies. And now I'm just like get extra restless. Is Cricket in the basket? She is. Should we see what the cat cam has got for us? It's just floofies. I don't think we'll be able to see anything. Oh, one sec. Oh. There you go. Ball of fur cam. Yeah, there you go. Crickety ears. I didn't think that was going to work so well. That was adorable.
The vile branch of awoken a terrible creature.
Watchflower of Evil is a
Trapped
good
by the
thriller
blight
show.
has
Interesting. Yeah. I just had somebody recommend me a bunch of stuff that's on Gem, which is like a Canadian streaming service. So those will probably be next on my list. After I get through the crime stuff that I'm already watching. And that's gonna take a while. I really don't go through these things very fast. Such a beautiful floof. She's so perfect. We were sitting together reading yesterday, and I had to like stop every once in a while and just like stare lovingly at her. She's my baby. She really does need to let me sleep more though. We were good for a while. We had an understanding where like she would ask for the window to be opened, the bedroom window, and she would just sit in the windowsill for a good while after she woke up, and I could keep sleeping. And Jimmy would ask for breakfast, and they would get breakfast, and then I could keep sleeping. Like that was all kind of at the same time, and they're just like not adhering to the negotiation anymore. It's driving me mental. Oh, okay. It is just floofies now. I'll turn that off in a second. We got Elder Oak Talon and the Void Touched Crustacean to check on. I haven't even been counting. That was 422 on the mounts. Yeah. Oh, this guy is up. Cannot believe this has taken so long. Kitties respond to the shorter nights. Yeah, I know they like to get up with the sun, but like, good grief. I'm kind of wondering if the outside just like smells weird and they're feeling probably anxious isn't the right word, but we're getting a lot of the wildfire smoke here, and so everything smells a little bit like campfire outside, genuinely. Less so today, but definitely yesterday. So I wonder if they're just like, what's going on out there? A little bit more than usual. I'm not sure. Alright, this will be our last rare attempt, so I would sure like a mount, please. It's 200, no, I don't know why I keep saying 200, 424. Their instincts will tell them the smell is dangerous. Yeah, they've definitely been like more fussy about it. Guys, this is driving me crazy. What do we do? Why hasn't a mount dropped in like months? Oh my goodness. I'll park myself in Amanzar. I guess we'll fish for a bit. I know we started that Venthyr stained glass window last Sunday, and I've messed with it a little bit since then. I flipped all the cobblestones over so it was flatter, and it is looking better, and I will continue to work on it on stream. I'm gonna wait until 12.1 though, because I want the dyeable beams in order to do like the stained glass like segments. I don't want to do it all in non-dyeable beams and then have to do it again. So that's part of why we're not doing that today. Yeah. I think once 12.1 hits, I will overhaul my horde house in like a larger degree than I thought I was going to originally. But I'll probably make a basement. I think that's a must. I'm not entirely sure what else. I would like to use the Belemeth room with the pond, but I'm tempted to make it like a Zandalari room, like a sort of temple room. I don't know. The other thing I've been doing, and the reason that my character is parked here, is like cleaning up oil spills and retrieving chickens to hit so that I'm at level 12 housing when 12.1 comes out. I'm pretty close. Yeah, 700 more XP, well, a bit more than that, for my Alliance house. But the Horde one is still got a ways to go, like 2k. So I've been doing that here and there. It goes okay. If you're like cleaning up oil spills and actually let's just use an M+ portal. You know, doing all the things kind of simultaneously, jumping on air vents. It's not too bad, but I'm not going to do 2k all in a single go. Is level 10 housing coming with 12.1? Yes, we're getting level 10, 11, and 12. If you look at one of my most recent videos, goes over like all the housing updates coming in 12.1, and there's a section that talks specifically about that. If you want the details, because I don't have it up in front of me, but the placement budgets for interiors and rooms are going up. And we're getting large sized houses at level 12. So you get like a small increase to your placement and room budget at 10, at 11, and at 12, but then you also unlock large house styles at 12. Yeah. Hello, hello. Hi, AIM. Hey, Ghosty. What's the XP needed for 12? It's 22,000, I think. Let me pull it up again. Is that right? Yeah, 22,000. It might be 22,200
Time to strike.
for level 12, but it's around there. I was surprised that I hadn't hit it, but it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, Malvin, who answered your question. Sorry, I was like off in my own little world there. We'll check it out. Yeah. I still haven't really come close to hitting my interior placement budget, so those numbers do not seem to like stick in my brain, but I think it's going up reasonably. I don't think our inventory space is going up. That's the other one that people have been asking for. What is it now? Will this tell me? No, I think I have to be in the house for it to tell me. Yeah. All good. Glad you're vibing, yeah. We've been just sort of chipping away at like random mount collecting stuff. Killing rares. We'll fish for a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna do after we fish for a little bit. 7,500? That sounds like it could be right. Yeah. I'd rather have more budget for exterior decorating than a bigger house. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh. I missed my cast. We need a bigger bobber. Let's do the can. There we go. I'm really just dying to see what those pink cube exteriors actually are. I wonder when they'll let us know. It's got to be soon, because presumably it's coming with 12.1, and there's like 3 weeks until 12.1. Oh, that reminds me. There will be no stream on Tuesday, so I'll probably move it to either tomorrow or Wednesday instead. I have something to do in the evening that's gonna interfere, but I'll post it in like the Discord and stuff. I'm not sure whether Monday or Wednesday makes more sense. Probably Wednesday. Yeah. Maybe they will let us see next reset. Yeah, that'd be good. It's weird that it's like not there at all. I swear to God, if it's another shop fall treehouse, I'm a riot. Yeah. I know some people are saying like, well, the file says fall, so like it's probably gonna be fall themed. But it says shop fall. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess Ian was asked in the Q&A. I haven't watched that yet, actually. About new racial styles, and they gave the exact same answer they gave last time, which was just like, well, it'll be faster than heritage armor. And we're like, oh, will it? Like, heritage armor took like a decade. Hello, Allegra. How's it going? Thanks for all the great content. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming to check out our stream. We're having a very chill day. Trying to get our nether warped egg currently. That's not what we've been doing for the entire time. The shop bundles end in 24 days or something. Oh, really? I didn't realize those were going to expire. That's weird. That's like the $80 or like $100 bundles? Yeah. And then you'll just have to buy stuff individually. Curious. Yeah. The items don't say they're going away. Yeah, I'm sure you'll still be able to buy them on their own, because otherwise, like if you want to put down, you know, a 7th tree or whatever, I mean, you got to spend your hearth steel. Soul took from Ian's answer that new exteriors would share heritage, like you could use a house for Forsaken or Gilnean. Soul took from Ian's answer that new exteriors would share heritage. You could use a house for Forsaken or Gilnean. What do you mean? Like the same way that some, like the vicious mounts When you unlock a vicious mount, you get like a horde and an alliance one, depending on which character you're on. Or something else. The bundle's just going away to make room for the Void Platinum dinner plate collection. Oh my god. I'm not a fan of the Hearthsteel stuff. The only shop decor I have is the Habitat for Humanity thing. That's charity. It's a good charity. You got a pet with it, you know, is different. Although that said, I do really want the flying squirrels. I'm not opposed to a shop mount. I just don't like Hearthsteel. He was saying there wouldn't be a Forsaken house, but a new house you could use. Oh. I think people would riot if that was the case. If they just gave us like a generic spooky house. Plus they said that there would be like horde styles and alliance styles. I don't know. I was gonna say I'd be okay with Gilnean houses, but I want those tall, spooky purple Forsaken windows. Yeah. I won't be happy unless they give me like the houses that are in Brill. You know what I mean? I want it to look very much like that. Need to watch the Q&A and tell us what you think. Yeah, is it long? We could just do that now, I guess. "30 minutes? Alright, maybe. Could check that out. Give us Forsaken houses and Arathi dwarf dens. Yeah. The dwarf houses from Twilight Highlands would also be very cool. Lurk. Got a nap, but leaving this up laters. Alright, enjoy your nap. That sounds really nice. Yeah, why don't we watch the Q&A? I feel like I'm gonna forget again if we don't do it. I'm just gonna repost some of this stuff. Good enough. All right. Let me find it. So annoyed that this mount looks basically identical to the rep mount. It's like 2 hues different than the purple Netherwing Drake. Oh, I know. They didn't even up-res it, which was really weird. What's it called again? Lost Nether Drake. I don't like super mind. But it's got the same amount of like polygons as the original ones. That just seems lazy. Especially because we have an up-resed version for dragon riding. Whatever. Is there Halloween stuff on the PTR? I don't think they've put the holiday vendors in. You can just like go into the little house and see what's in the house. So they have jack-o'-lanterns in the vendor house. But I don't think they have anything else. Let me find the video. All right. I don't know what they're recommending to me here. Okay. Still debating if I be checking out PTR. I leave it as a surprise. Yeah. They have the Brewfest stuff showing on PTR. There's just like 4 or 5 items. Give me a sec. I just want to grab something. All right. It'd be cool if they let you unlock the other colors for the Dragonflight version. Yeah. Something like that would be nice. Let me find the spot for you. I mean, we might as well watch all of it. I'll turn the volume down in the game so that that's not interfering. 20 minutes. Player agency. How players reacted, racial housing. Okay, yeah, let's start at the part that we're most interested in then. Sure, why not?
Ultimately plays out when we maybe find out if
Oh,
BlizzCon,
this
perhaps,
isn't what I
maybe,
wanted.
sort of.
I didn't realize I clicked Soul's video. I want the actual Warcraft one. How did that happen? Videos. Oh, it's not like just on their channel? That's weird. I'll get there. Oh, was Soul hosting it? Is that why? No. You know, it'd be great for this Angular. That is what I wanted? Oh. Whoops. He didn't host it. He put it on his stream and created a reaction video. Okay, okay. I'll go back.
Like 13.2, it's gonna take place in Howling Fjord, and that's where the last raid's gonna. There was some talk about.
No. I should just go on Discord and find it. Should be on Mr. GM, like the actual one. I'm so confused right now. It should just be on the Warcraft one, frankly. Okay. No, that's his live reaction. I don't want live reaction. This is infuriating. It was an ambassador interview. The actual one is an hour long. The Mr. GM one is just him watching. Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. This is so stupid. Oh. If only I could have watched it while it was happening.
Using AI as a tool is...
We're getting there, we're getting there. Okay.
Welcome to you. Thank you for joining us today. As you probably have noticed, we are joined by a very special guest.
But we also have new places to visit as well.
Huh. Wow.
Thank you. There are quite a lot of people in the chat asking if there are going to be any PvP questions. There will be, but first we'll talk about player housing. And I'm sorry, it's not
Sure.
intentional.
Got it.
This is probably the shortest
Oh,
question in this
hell
Q&A.
yeah. Come on.
Are there any plans to add more racial-themed house exteriors so more races are represented?
Yes, that is something we're working on. We'll share more information when we have something a bit more substantial to share. We want to make sure that we avoid the situation we got ourselves into with heritage armor, where we started down the road and we're just trickling them out, but it took years and years and years for many races to get theirs. And we don't think that was the best way of approaching it, but we hear loud and clear that there is a lot of interest in, house exteriors that cover a much broader range of the cultures in Azeroth and player identities, and we are working on it.
Good to know. Thank you. The next.
I mean, from that, it's just like, yes. With the sound of it. I know. I've been retried. We'll get there. I assume there's more, but like that just sounded like a blanket, like, yeah, we're working on it. We'll watch a little bit more.
Housing as well. It's slightly longer. With the Curse of Ulatek, we are getting the ability to add non-combat pets to our homes. Could you give us a glimpse of what the team sees as the next step for the housing? There is particular interest in features like display mounts, profession-related infrastructure, tools to organize and run community events, and some more specific additions like a menagerie for hunter pets.
Menagerie, good word.
Yeah, I think actually almost all of those are things that we are also interested in and working towards. I think in a broader sense, one of the things we're looking to do is make it easier for players to find and visit each other's homes, and just add some more reasons to do so. I think
it's kind of a nuisance right now.
Something that internally we're calling name in progress, name tentative, a housing showcase, where players can list their homes in a browsable, searchable way, so that you're not just stuck going online and browsing external galleries on a website if you want to see cool houses, but so that you can actually explore in game and visit different neighborhoods and visit different homes to see the cool things that people have put together. This would be opt-in, of course. And then in terms of some specific features, things like we're rolling out pets in 12.1. We want to do something similar for mounts down the line. We're also talking about mannequins for displaying transmog sets or full sets that you've gathered.
Yeah, that would be good.
And also considering profession hooks, possibly. We want to be careful about being too heavy-handed when it comes to professions. I think it should more be about fantasy and convenience rather than anything that feels mandatory. But being able to have a functional.
If you go down to the description and scroll down, you get the transcript. Yeah.
I will say, out of this list, the thing that's probably the least likely is something for hunter pets in particular. I'm not going to say never, but there's a lot of challenges there because housing is a warband-wide and account-wide system, and the whole idea of hunter pets is limited to a single class. And so thinking through how that would work in
Okay. I'm also curious. I'll watch all of this eventually, I suppose, or read the transcript. But future of collecting has also piqued my interest.
For keeping legacy content relevant for collectors. Should players expect Collector's Bounty to become a recurring event? Or maybe
the last time he was asked, they said not really.
Or other initiatives that encourage revisiting older content and earning legacy collectibles.
Good nuggets in there, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's worth going through.
So Collector's Bounty is very likely, I would say, basically certain to return eventually, but it's something we want to use very sparingly.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said last time.
It should feel special and impactful when it's active, but at the same time, if it comes around too often, then it would start. We know it would start to feel like it's almost silly.
I could see them waiting until like
trying to farm for things when
the end of
isn't active
the trilogy before we see it again.
I think that would be counterproductive. And similarly, we don't want to water down its impact. So it's like, okay, we can run it more often, but now it's balanced, and it just only feels like a small adjustment. when it's around, it should feel really tangibly different. And so keeping that balance requires that it be rare, but it'll come back. Stay tuned. And I think similarly,
Brilliant.
we're definitely going to keep doing more remix experiences. It's both, it's a great opportunity to get to experience an expansion and its story and its content in a way that feels better paced and relevant. Like, obviously, massive.
Okay, I think that's good enough. I don't know what Soul was saying. Maybe he, like your comment about there being potentially like a spooky house, and you could share that with Gilneans and the Forsaken. I could see him like extrapolating that from how Ian said we want house exteriors for a wider variety of themes. But he also said, like, yes, we're going to make more racial exteriors. Like, he started by saying yes, and then he, like, expanded on it, and maybe the expansion, like, expansion is a bad word because we're talking about Warcraft. His, like, as he continued to talk about it, it got more confusing, but I don't think, yeah, whatever, I don't know, I didn't watch what Soul said, but that I wouldn't. I think they know people would lose their minds if they did it that way. If they're like, here's your All Hallows house, like, good luck. But yeah, okay. Interesting. It's gotta be, I don't know, those pink cubes have to be more racial exteriors, right? Like, please. I do think we're getting stuff in October. It says fall, but it also says shop, so who knows? Yeah. It could be really cool to release a bunch of them, like, with whatever this year's anniversary event is. Winter isn't until November, yeah. November's still, like, solidly fall. I think winter's, yeah, December, January, February. Another transmog. I have this one already. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a little loud now. We're getting lots of cool stuff. December 21st is when it changes. Yeah. Yeah. The solstice. I think different exteriors for different cultures is better than using heritage as a basis. If that were to happen, we'd get a mishmash of elf troll reindeer exteriors. That sounds less good. Yeah, I could see them doing, like, for Lightforged Draenei and regular Draenei, or like High Mountain Tauren and regular Tauren, doing fairly similar things with just like different color combos. Or maybe it's exactly the same things with different color combos, because the Tauren especially have really similar houses. But then you couldn't do that for the Ironforge and the Dark Iron Dwarves. Like, their architecture's pretty different. I don't know. Heritage meaning racial, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's not like generic nature theme, generic spooky theme, then I think we're fine. But I do think some of the allied races are going to be tricky, like the Void Elves too, because they don't have any in-game buildings. They just use like little tents in Telagris Rift. I wonder how Void Elf players would feel if they just got access to like a variant of the Blood Elf exterior that was like purple. I don't know. Volpera is just a tent and a caravan. That would be so good though, actually, if they did just give us a little caravan, because then that would be one of the smallest exteriors, right? Like, I'm curious to how the exteriors expand. Are the sizes of the existing small houses as small as we're gonna get, or will we get like an itsy bitsy Volpera caravan, and then that becomes perfect for disguising things, you know? Void Elves do get the short end of the stick as far as decor goes. Yeah. They're just kind of like shoehorned in. Need Volpera decor so badly. Yeah, at least you can fudge the Volpera stuff pretty well with what we have. Like using a mix of like BFA, Tauren, Orc. Like you can kind of make it work. I'd like a Mecha Gnome exterior. I'm also really curious what the gnome exteriors will be like. So I have a pretty old video from like the first month or so that I was doing any of this, where I go to every dwelling, like Mechagon and Gnomergen and Ironforge, and like kind of look like, okay, which structure from these places is likely to become the base for player housing. And the Mechagon ones are cool. When you're in the dungeon, kind of same thing as when we were in Gundrak earlier, it's hard to take a second and like appreciate the architecture of Mechagon, but the houses they're really neat. And not unlike the Volpera, they would be small and easy to disguise. Yeah. Gnomes, I'm slightly terrified of, and I have gnome tunes. The gnome houses are weird too, like in their starting zone. They're so colorful and like low poly. They're really odd, but they're cute. The Mechagon ones are cooler though. Maybe I'll grab that video while we're talking about it. One sec. Cause why not? I won't play the whole thing, but I'll skip to like the Mechagnome one maybe specifically because I thought they were cool. Somewhere at the beginning. Yeah, it's from like 8 months ago. Living underground. Oh, perfect. It's actually exactly in the right spot. I must have been looking at this recently. So basically all I did was like go around and then like Photoshop some of the standalone buildings from like each race into like backdrops from the neighborhoods. But the Mechagnome one is really cool. That's the one on the left. The straight up gnome one, less so. It's really odd looking, but this is fun. Yeah. I assume we'll get something very much like this, or this first. Like if we're having a major troll patch and there's 2 houses like that are currently giant pink cubes, I'm willing to bet that one of them will look like this, and be troll themed, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then the Tauren have so many, but this like long tent is used by the High Mountain and the regular Tauren, so like I would bet it's something kind of like this. And again, you just like change maybe the patterns on the roof or something based on whether you want it more High Mountain or more like Mulgore. I want an NPC named Major Troll. The Tauren decor is so nice. I really like them, just like broadly. And then where is it? I just want this. I don't need them to change it at all. I just want this. I think I do have a photoshopped version. The only thing I guess about the undead houses is that when they're in a bright zone, like exactly like this, if you moved them, they're actually very gray. So I suppose I wouldn't want them like exactly as they are today. They'd have to sort of regrade the colors and contrast, but this is all I want. 100%, yeah. I need it. But yeah, which ones were like more surprising? The Nightborn one looks really cool. There's only, I mean, there's probably more than one, but Thalyssira's house is one of the only Nightborn houses that's like, what is this ad? Sorry. I do not need that. Didn't even register. Anyway, standalone. It looks really cool. Oh, the Maghar orcs. Like, if you go to Nagrand, this is what their houses look like. Which is crazy. The first real Forsaken architecture was the Legion Zone in the Far East that had lots of Frankenstein themes. Legion Zone in the Far East. What do you mean? I mean, originally the Forsaken architecture was just like rundown human stuff, like in the start zone. But yeah, we got some Volpera stuff. That area's hella pretty too. Do we need to go there? I don't know what you mean. There's the Draenei ones. The Draenei buildings would be pretty cool. The first zone you go to... Oh, yeah, like the starting zone. Right? I'm confused now. I don't think it's your fault. I'm just like in the Broken Isles Legion? Yes, in the Broken Isles. Oh. Why can't I think of what you're talking about? Like where... Like in Stormheim... Cove of Nashal over here? Stormheim Zone on the Broken Isles overlooks the Cove of Nashal. Is that different from the Cataclysm stuff? I'll go look. I'll grab my mage. It'll just be faster. The first Forsaken landing after the fight with the Alliance. I don't think I realized that was different than the Cataclysm stuff. But we can go look. I love the undead town that you land in for Wrath of the Lich King. The first place they did actual Forsaken architecture. In Legion? Wrath of the Lich King had good Forsaken camps too, yeah. So there's like in vanilla WoW, the Forsaken architecture is what we have when you make a new Forsaken character. It's like the desaturated, pixely human houses. And that's what like all of the dwellings looked like. Like Hillsbrad was all that. And then in Cataclysm, we got a architectural revamp. We're gonna go. I'm so confused that it's in Legion. And that's all the like Tim Burton stuff that some people don't like, but I think is still pretty cool. But we can go to Stormheim. I just thought there was like a little encampment. There's like a tent. I don't remember like a town. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm confused. Remember a dev talking about it. Well, Ghosty seems to know what you're talking about. So like, I'm the odd one out here. Nope. Stormheim. There we go. It's so weird that... Is it just mages and warriors that can fast travel? It would not be the first time I've confused people, including myself. Yeah. Like I said, that video that I was just like clicking through is pretty old. I did that like 8 months ago, but I could have sworn I came over here to look at stuff. Maybe I didn't. It's like where Sylvanas' ship crashes, right? Yeah, like over here. Here. So this is all I was thinking about. So we've got like a Vrykul like ruin, this elevator. I guess it's kind of like the Wrath stuff too, actually. And then there's some tents. Most classes with Order Harlots outside Dalaran have a form of fast travel. Really? Who else has fast travel? I'm not trying to question everything you're saying. I'm just like, I know mages and warriors. Monks don't. They just have a portal back to... Really? Hunters can like zoop straight to a certain zone? I know from Legion, DKs get their gate. Okay, maybe I didn't ask the question. Yeah. Like, DKs can just go directly to Arcturus. Hunters ask like the Eagle and then they go. The Eagle Network flight pass for hunters. I've never used that. That's weird. I didn't know that at all. Interesting. That you could like fly an Eagle to Azuna or whatever. I've never heard of the Eagle Network. Okay, I think we're gonna have to check that out next because I'm like, Warlock's gotta use the Dalaran Hearth. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was just mages and warriors that could fast travel, but I want to go check out the hunter one now. That's news to me. All right. Well, oh, hello. Where are the buildings at? There's like a town over here, I think. But it's like Worgen stuff. Something's, or is it over here? Yeah, Dreadwake's Landing, I think, has some undead stuff. Was it fast travel points or just unique flight? Druids with the Dream Grove? Druids have fast travel to like Feralis and stuff. Malvin, are you going somewhere specific? Should I be following you? I think Dreadwake's Landing has Forsaken architecture. I was gonna go that way. Unique flight points. Huh. Yeah, the Dreamways can get you to Amir Drasil. It's annoying though, because the actual Amir Drasil gate is like hidden under... I don't know if it's actually the rep graphic like the Dreamweavers one here, but it's similar. Oh no, this isn't Forsaken. This is what I was thinking of, but this is oh, it is Forsaken. It's like a mix of things with like orc stuff.
Your allies spill the blood of
This is kind of fun that it's like an orc building. Stop talking, Odin. With some like Forsaken scrappies on it. All right. What was the expansion where Sylvanas fights Gen? That's here. Yeah, they fight over here in this building. I think the area I was thinking about was Wrath. I think the area you're both thinking about is Wrath. Let me show you. Yeah. It's similar because there's Vrykul stuff and undead stuff, like, together, which is true here as well. Hey, hang on.
Need help? Be careful. Greetings. Farewell.
Oh, wait. Did I just choose the wrong thing? Whoops.
Light be with you.
Oh, they changed it. There used to be 3 options, and now it's 2 again. It's Howling Fjord, yeah. The cinematic I refer to as the Little Red Riding Hood and versus the Big Bad Wolf. That's Legion, yeah. But this is, I think, the first Forsaken architecture. This is from Wrath. And this is what I want. I guess I was saying it was Cataclysm, but I was wrong. It was Wrath. I want these purple windows. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it looks okay in daylight, actually. I was saying before it was like too desaturated, but it's pretty good. Yeah. Brill in the zone you were just in is like that. Yeah, exactly. They're all exactly the same buildings. And Hillsbrad got redone with all the same structures. Although I think this tower only exists here, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go. I want to see this Eagle network. Oh, I should go into an inn. Which one is the inn? This one? Yeah, under construction. Okay. So yeah, mages obviously have portals directly to their thing. The warriors have the like jumping down with the Valjar. Speaking of Forsaken, did you see my Blightboar poster in the AOA contest? Oh no, I'm a little behind on like all of Discord things. But that sounds awesome. I should go take a look. Yeah, I haven't seen all the murals. You have to have the unlocked the Eagle network. I probably have. What are my hunter characters? We'll see if this one. Box. It might be my other hunter, admittedly. But we'll try. So yeah, druids have like the Dream Grove, but the druid order hall doesn't have fast travel to like Stormheim or Asuna. The shamans I don't think have anything. The DKs, yeah, can like port to their class hall super easy, but then they can't go anywhere else. I have like a super vague memory that the hunters can do this, now that we're talking about it. Alright. Was it a research thing? It's been too long. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Great to meet you. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Sorry. My all the things is still weird. Okay, so it's not this. This is just the Flight Master.
Watch your back.
Go talk to the eagle. Like this eagle? Maybe I don't have it on this hunter. I believe so. Interesting. I'm trying to recreate the alchemy herb section of Vol'jin's Spear in my evening room. Ooh, that sounds cool. I'm desperately trying to get my hunter to the lodge as we speak. Oh, I don't have an artifact weapon equipped. Let me try my Mark's hunter. That character's older. I don't know which character I would have done all this on. Probably my marksman. It's a quest to get it, believe? Yeah. I've done all of them. All of the Legion quests, because I have all the mounts. I have like everything. Oh, the research guy is back behind that building. Okay. We'll see if we need him. But yeah, the Night Elf Hunter I was just on is a much newer character than this one. So we'll see. Why is this character in Wrath? Oh, I was buying transmog. Alright. This is the wrong Dalaran. You have the Eagle and Dalaran. Yeah. Oh, but will he send you to different places? The Dalaran one? I'm gonna be so excited about, well, I am so excited to learn what this is. My Great Eagle shows us a flight path. Okay, okay, we're gonna check it out. This is life-changing. And it's been so long since I've learned something like this. This one just sends you to the lodge, yeah. Okay. Presumably this is the hunter that did all of Legion. And if it's not, then I'll give up this quest, I guess, because I have probably deleted whatever character that was, but... Huh. So yeah, so it should be this one. Interesting. What's my research at? What character did I do this on? Is it this guy?
Peace, friend.
Oh, order hall upgrades.
Slow down.
Oh, it's an option maybe? Enables the long range ability. Allows access to the Eagle flight network. Oh. Enables disengage for all okay. How do I switch it? Do I just need order resources and I don't have any? Legion. Okay, yeah, so if I had 2,000, I could swap them. Honestly, because we're spending order resources on decor now, I'm not gonna... No, I'll switch it for science. I will. It's easy to get more. That's okay. Oh, it takes a day. Okay, whatever.
Enough of that.
We'll park her over there for next time. Well, today I learned something very new. That's cool. So, that'll be super useful. I wonder... Oh, I have... Okay, yeah, I have a bunch of Blood of Sargeras, so at some point I'll just cash in all of these. I have 136 of them on my mage. Okay, I have a lot of order resources we could be capitalizing on then. Wild. This has been the most random stream I think we've ever done also, just as a side note. We can check it out on Wednesday's stream. Exactly, exactly. I'll screenshot it. Yeah, throw it in the Discord for people. Super weird. Okay, in the growing theme of randomness then, I'm gonna grab my warrior and we'll do some mining. Some of the world quests give you 1,100 or more. Yeah, but if you cash in, I can't remember how many Blood of Sargeras, like 14 or something, then you get 4K Legion Order resources. I had no idea that was a thing either, the Hunter fast travel. Yeah, that's super useful. Posted in the Discord. 20. Okay, yeah. 20 Blood of Sargeras will get you 4K order resources. I'll show the vendor. What you guys are getting is really just like the most authentic way I actually play this game. I'm just constantly logging into new characters being like, wait, what? I can do this? Alright, so for the last little bit, I'm gonna work on a mining achievement. Me too, yeah. Good, I'm glad it's authentic. Yeah. Mining. Yeah, we're gonna go over to the Broken Shore and see if we can get some progress on the Broken Isles mining technique. Specifically, Laystone Seam and Fell Slate Deposit are the ones that I've been trying to focus on. But this lady, Ilnea Bloodthorn, who is over here, will give you
Azeroth must not fall.
4,000 Legion Order resources for 20 Blood of Sargeras if you're short on Order resources. That's very good. So if you want stuff from like your class hall and you're broke, that is the way to do it. I have some shopping to do, so say goodbye for now. Have fun. Thank you for hanging out, Catnapper. We'll get back to housing and stuff one day, but this is kind of freeing, to be honest. Alright. So the deal is, if anyone hasn't done these achievements, there's Broken Isles herbalism techniques, skinning techniques, mining techniques. And when you mine, skin, herb a node, there's a chance for a quest to pop. They happen in a few different ways. And there's 3 ranks for each item. So that was a Fell Slate Deposit. No, Fell Slate Deposit. It says next rank is, yeah, a quest from a World Fell Slate Deposit. And you just have to do a lot of mining. It's kind of a frustrating system. It's super RNG. It takes a lot of attempts. But particularly for the seams, it's best to do it on the Broken Shore, because there are a lot of them, and you don't have to go into caves for all of them. Whereas if you do this in Suramar, most of the seams are in caves. I have 2 of those on my miner right now. Haven't turned them in yet. Oh, you should do it. Oh, there was a quest. Oh my god. We got her for Fell Slate. That's insane. Okay. My sister Nalrissa has her claws in you, doesn't she? That weakling doesn't know the first thing about mining. She was always too afraid to take the leap. True knowledge comes from the Great One, the god of fell and flame. You want to truly learn how to mine? Come to Suramar's northwestern corner and speak my name. This is fantastic news. Just a quick note, there's some great Forsaken architecture in Anderhall now. Yeah, it's a trap. Okay, I'm just gonna check this cave real quick. If there's a Laystone Seam? No, it's a Fell Slate one.
The
Okay.
Legion stoops to corrupting the Murlocs that call this shore
Well.
home. Put an end to this befoulment.
This is truly spectacular. We still need the Laystone Seams from the Broken Shore, so we'll have to go back there, but
These tiny
this is a big help.
fiends must be eradicated.
I need you to look into a suspicious person who has been lurking around.
Our citizens are desperate to break free of Elison's tyranny. See to it that they are suitably armed.
Without more arc wine, many citizens will wither.
Going all the way over here. Interesting. The stories were fun, too, for all the Legion profession quests. I should be keeping an eye on the nodes we fly past to see if any of them are Laystone Seams. No. Okay. Oh, she's in a cave or something. Is it this cave? Ah, very good. Okay. I was worried that was going to be harder to find. And there's a Laystone Seam right here. I can't, oh, it won't pop the quest, but I would be so excited if it did. All right. Okay, she did not scale. Where do we turn this in? Back by the mining trainer. Might as well mine this. Does anyone remember what you need to do to get your garrison resource to cash up to 1,000? I didn't even know you could do that. I'm a bit lost. I think mine maxes out at 500. Actually, maybe my shaman has it at 1,000. I don't know. You like Farm HUD for gathering? I've tried it a few times. It makes me a little bit nauseous. This is not a great system either, what I'm doing right now, mousing over things, but... Oh, there is a seam here. For Laystone seams, at least, I know where most of them are. Especially on the Broken Shore, so that's not so bad. I wish I liked Farm HUD. It seems really useful. Mine is 1K, but I'm afraid I don't remember what. It must be something pretty deep, because I think it's only my shaman that has it.
Enemies will fall.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Look at 3 stars. So yeah, then we just need the Laystone seam one. I mean, we don't just need, we need a bunch of them, but Imperium is from Argus. The seams and the deposits. So that one's just like gonna be last, basically. Living Fell Slate. I can't remember why, but the Wowhead comments say to do that after you've maxed out Laystone and Fell Slate. And then Infernal Brimstone, you need the world quest up. The mining world quest. So that's probably worth checking. Yeah, this guy. Alright, so we'll go do that, actually. And there's a cave here we need to go into for Laystone seam. I wouldn't even really know what to Google to get that information about the garrison resources. Maybe you'd get lucky just asking, how do you change the cap to 1,000? You have to finish the garrison campaign to get your cash upgraded. Oh, so like truly do the whole thing. And it's time gated, right? I think. I was doing a bunch of it on an alliance character because I had never done it on an alliance character. And I think some of it's time gated. One quest per week for 13 weeks. Oh my god. Yeah, I think there's some scenarios where you can do more than one in a week, but I don't know what triggers those. So that's also not very helpful information. Asked, how do I get my garrison cash to more than 500 resources? Yeah, I mean, I guess there's probably like an old Reddit post from 15 years ago that will tell you that. All right. So this guy also might give us a quest. My memory's fuzzier on how this one works, though. No. Okay. Infernal Brimstone. Yeah, oh. Infernal Brimstone analysis from Dalaran. Hang on, I need to open Wowhead. I did use Reddit as a source. That's Reddit and Wowhead, you know? They know everything. Okay, what's this called? Infernal Brimstone analysis. Infernal Brimstone. Starts at Mama Diggs. Oh, no, I think you do still need to do the world quest. You receive this quest from Mama Diggs in Dalaran once you have reached rank 2 in all other Legion mining skills. Laystone, etc. Okay. So this is the one that you do last. Yeah, let me refresh my memory on some more of this then. Living Fell Slate, World Fell Slate creatures. Okay. Let's go Broken Isles mining techniques. What do they say about Living Fell Slate? People just hate this achievement, first of all. Living Laystone. For living Fell Slate ranks, the basilisks at Fell Soul hold. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I actually don't have to do the Brimstone World Quest. Good to know. And yeah, the Living Fell Slate is from the basilisks here. But people are saying, like, do that last. Well, second last? The Brimstone one comes last. Alright, I want to go back to the Broken Shore for a little bit. I can't believe we got that quest to pop like that. That feels so good. I've started chipping away at these dedicated to the craft achievements too. For the gathering professions, it's like complete the 4 weekly quests, which I obviously have not been chipping away at, but for tailoring, for example, it's crafting orders. So you can do public work orders or the NPC work orders, or I could just have one of my own characters ask for like 30, not 30, 21 like bolts of cloth or whatever and be done with that one really fast. Laystone deposit. Okay.
To the burning legion through an ancient pact.
We're looking for Laystone seams. Or Fell Slate seams, because they share a spawn point, so we have to like basically just mine any seams. Oh, there's a Fell Slate seam over here somewhere. Alright. I mean, as annoying as these are, at least you make decent gold from them. And you get some Blood of Sargeras, which you can ultimately cash in for Legion resources, so it's not all bad. Yeah, there's one in this cave. Oh yeah, so this is exactly why they say do the living ones last, because you have a chance to spawn a basilisk, which will give you those quests in theory. The problem being I need Laystone seams, but I have all of the living Laystone stuff done, so I mean it's fine, but because we do need to mine the Fell Slate seams. Oops, would help if I'm on my mount. Fell Slate seam. Oh, it's up. Up here? Up here. Laystone deposit, Laystone seam in the cave.
Our rogues could use a hand pulling off a mission in this cavern.
These stun bombs
How rare is
drop
it to find a
just the
seam in the
advantage
open?
they need.
So on the Broken Shore, there's a bunch of them. Some of them are still in caves, but there's a handful on the Broken Shore that are out in the open. If you mine them in like Suramar, where there's also a lot of seams, those ones I think are only in caves. Well, no, sorry, they're not only in caves, they're in caves and in the river. But those ones are like more frustrating to get to. There's like 1 or 2 caves, and a bunch of them are out in the open. Yeah, like this one's out in the open right here. So the recommendation is to do your seam, like targeted seam mining on the Broken Shore, just so you don't have to dismount as often. And I think there's sometimes, oh yeah, one right here. Perfect. It's the only place I've ever seen them out in the open, yeah. There are some in rivers in Suramar, but that's the closest alternative. The more you know, music. We're learning so much today. We learned about fast travel for hunters. Learning about mining for outrageously frustrating achievements. It's what everybody needs to know. Rich laystone, laystone. Yeah. And this is like, whenever people complain about fell slate seam, Wowhead, I've said this before, but people will complain about Wowhead, and it's always that the news articles are terrible and like clickbaity. But that's not what Wowhead is for. Like, sometimes I learn things through Wowhead before other channels, and it's worth checking, but more often than not, I'm there because a quest doesn't make sense and I need help. Or an achievement is confusing and I need help, right? Like, that's where the gold is.
I need a target.
Faster travel, sure. Still an improvement, though. Did you see the editorial posted by the new guy in charge of Wowhead a couple weeks ago? It was fairly informative. Yeah, I saw it. I did not read it, which doesn't really help anything. Was it good? I mean, well, you said it was informative, so I guess there's some degree of good just in saying that.
Ugh! This demon invasion has destroyed so many habitats on the Broken Shore.
Are you guys using the like pin feature that WoW had just introduced? I thought that was kind of a weird choice.
Help me gather up those poor birdies so we can get them to safety.
I thought there was a seam in here. No?
The Legion stoops to corrupting the Murlocs that call this shore home. Put an end to this befoulment.
It does. Their coverage of the game has gotten worse. I think that's just like plain old true. They're like way behind on some things. Like, what was the article they posted this morning or yesterday? Like, they just posted something about all the new dyeable items. Additional wooden construction decor on patch 12.1. That was from 16 hours ago, and we've known about that for like months. Short version is they want to make it less editorial, and they want to get back to the way WoW had started. Also explain they want to make improvements and discuss some of the limitations they're working under now. I just minimized all the pin stuff. Yeah, same. I haven't used it at all. I used the like today in WoW section a lot. I'll just like use the drop down to pick whatever expansion I'm interested in. But I don't need to pin anything. Laystone. Probably there's something here. Ooh. Oh, fell slate again. Well, it seems pretty unlikely that we'll get so lucky the Fellslate Seam quest will pop in the next, like, or not Fellslate, Laystone Seam quest will pop in the next 2 minutes or so. So I'll just do a couple more and then call it. Yeah, as I said earlier, I think I will be moving Tuesday's stream to Wednesday because I have to do some stuff in the evening on Tuesday, unfortunately. Did we do this lap too fast? Nothing's respawned? It's usually not a problem. Alright, well that's another good reason to stop, I guess. Is that my... oh, there's a Laystone Seam. Just kidding. Wednesday. Okie dokie. We'll call it there. Well, thank you for coming on my very random ride today. Truthfully, if we're looking like deep into the future, this is probably more of what I'll be doing and just like playing the game naturally, with like housing stuff still peppered in, but this is what I do. I don't know what to tell you. I can invite you for shards. No, it's okay. I need to have lunch and stuff anyways, but yeah, thank you for hanging out. We learned some cool stuff about, yeah, fast travel and what have you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and the start to your week. I will be back on Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern. Have a great weekend. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.